Definitely a head turner and a massive compliment getter. It's a masterpiece. It's stunning. It smells absolutely divine. And of course, I wanted to include it in this list because I think it's 100% signature scent worth. Fragrance is I'm speechless. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Giselle, I review perfumes. If you're new here, welcome. I'm super duper happy you found my channel. And if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for being here with me once again. So today's video is about signature scents. This video has been highly requested. I got tons and tons of messages, tons of DMs through Instagram. By the way, I would love for you to follow me on Instagram at GB_fragrances. Of course, I also deliver fragrance related content, but not necessarily the same I share here on YouTube. So I would love for you to follow me there. And if you enjoy my video from today, I would highly appreciate if you subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell button so you won't miss my upcoming videos. So guys, today is all about signature scent perfumes. I think we all know what that means, but basically these are fragrances that you can wear any time of the day, regardless of the season, regardless of the occasion. So signature scents are also those fragrances that people tend to associate with us. And for today's video, I've chosen 8 fragrances from my collection that I can't wait to share with you. So without further ado, let's dive in. So the first fragrance I have on my list today is the original Burberry Goddess. And I say the original because in case you don't know, there is a new flanker. It's called Burberry Goddess Intense. So the one I'm reviewing today is the original. So beautiful, guys. It's a true vanilla fragrance. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it doesn't really matter. It's stunning. It smells absolutely divine, super versatile. It's a true vanilla. I would say this is a true vanilla perfume without smelling like vanilla extract or without smelling like pastry. It doesn't smell like a candle. It doesn't smell like room spray or anything like that. I think it's a very refined vanilla fragrance with lots of depth. It also has lavender, but as a non-lavender lover, hello, I can tell you that you may fall in love with this fragrance even if you don't like lavender, which is my case. It's absolutely beautiful, very feminine, very sophisticated. It's been a while since I smelled something so beautiful on the market in the vanilla realm. Most of the new vanilla releases are extremely gourmand. And although as I always say, I enjoy gourmand fragrances, but I don't want to smell like a piece of cake, right? And I think this perfume does the job in that it provides the gourmand aspect. You have your vanilla, you have this sugary, beautiful, addictive vanilla scent without crossing the line into the bakery territory, if it makes sense. So I absolutely love Burberry Goddess. The lavender here, as I said, is barely there. It's just a splash of lavender that you will get more in the opening. But as the fragrance evolves, it will transition and settles down into a very beautiful, very slightly powdery, vanillic, ambery, enveloping vanilla scent that lasts all day. So I think this is a great fragrance for all year round. And of course, I wanted to include it in this list because I think it's 100% signature scent worthy. Burberry Goddess, the original by Burberry. The next fragrance on my list is Mon Boudoir by Houbigant. Houbigant is one of those old French perfumery houses, super refined, super elevated. They stood the test of time for a good reason. I have quite a few fragrances from them, and they were kind enough to send me this perfume in PR. I actually chose this fragrance. It's not that they send this fragrance to me and I'm reviewing it just because they send it to me. I only review fragrances I like. I'm always very transparent. So when they reached out to me, I felt very honored. My grandma used to wear 𝘿𝙁𝙗. It was her signature scent. I was familiar with this house since I was a very little girl. So of course I had to say yes. So let's dive in. Mon Boudoir, it's a masterpiece. It truly is. It's a beautiful, classy, ambery, vanillic fragrance. It's a class act. This perfume is class in a bottle, you guys. and it used to be Queen Marie's from Romania's favorite perfume. It was her signature scent. She wore it until she died. My understanding is that the house withdrew this fragrance from the market, and they relaunched it again in 2019 to celebrate the house 100th anniversary. So yeah, it's really, really stunning. This perfume as a classic, it's completely timeless. However, I have to tell you, I think this perfume is for a more mature audience, or for those who know how to appreciate fragrances beyond what is being hyped, if you know what I mean. So if your thing is the latest and the newest, this fragrance is not for you. However, if you appreciate fine French perfumery, this fragrance is a must try. This is like all Hollywood glam in a bottle, guys. Mon Boudoir is a gorgeous, gorgeous floral, musky, vanillic fragrance. It has different facets, very distinctive facets. Oh, it's so, so good. It opens very sparkling, very uplifting, almost zesty, citrusy. But the dry down, which is my favorite part, is where the magic happens. It's very vanillic, it's musky, and it's slightly powdery as well. It's not powdery as baby powder or like an old makeup case, as I always say, nothing like that. But still, it has some powderiness to it that makes this perfume extremely, extremely feminine and sophisticated. It smells very expensive, very luxurious, and although the original was launched in 1919, this perfume is not vintage at all. Yes, it does have vintage vibes, but not like an old book or anything like that. It's more about the vibes than the scents. And I think it has more to do with that old Hollywood glam than with the scent itself. Now, let me tell you something. Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, I think it smells more vintage than this one, even though this one is way older. I will put both of them in the same category. This is that type of scent. It has an impressive presence. Everybody will notice your presence. Everybody will ask you what you're wearing. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very, very gorgeous, very sophisticated. As I said, extremely luxurious smelling, but it doesn't smell as vintage as you might think, considering when this fragrance was launched. Gorgeous perfume. I love it. And once I go through this bottle, I think I'm gonna buy a full bottle myself because I absolutely love it. This is Parisian vibes at its best. Mon Boudoir by Houbigant. The next one on my list is Scherzo by Miller Harris. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Scherzo is one of the most beautiful and unique rosewood scents you can find out there. Period. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very, very unique, very woody. It's almost dry, but it's also fresh at the same time. It's also fruity. It's very, very feminine. Definitely a head turner and a massive compliment getter. I get compliments every single time I wear this perfume. People love it. Definitely mass appealing. It's a fragrance that's perfect for when you go out on a date, but it's also great to wear during the day. It's a pretty strong perfume. It lasts all day. So if you want to wear this fragrance during the day, of course, go ahead and wear it, but be mindful with your spritzes because seriously, it can fill up a room with only 2 or 3 spritzes, but it's stunning, guys. So feminine, so girly, so playful, very youthful, very flirty as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love Scherzo by Miller Harris. I also have the shower gel, and I cannot wait to buy the body lotion because I love it. And this is a keeper for life in my collection, 1000%. And of course, 100% signature scent. Scherzo by Miller Harris. So the next fragrance I have on my list today is L'Interdit Rouge Ultime by Givenchy. This fragrance is I'm speechless. It's so, so, so good. So sexy, so bold, so feminine. It exudes feminine energy in every single drop. So, so stunning. I want to put it on my skin, directly on my skin. So gorgeous. We have neroli, we have orange blossom here in the opening. Very prominent notes. We also have tuberose, we have jasmine. Gorgeous fragrance, and a very particular note, which is cacao shells. No, it doesn't smell like chocolate or anything like that, but the cacao shells provide this fragrance depth, sophistication, and also a little bit of a dusty scent. It's not dirty, it's not dry, but I can pick something dusty here, something slightly powdery. Very, very beautiful. The fragrance is super creamy. Of course, we have white florals here. We have jasmine, we have tuberose, we have orange blossom. How could it not be creamy? It's very creamy, very sexy, very intoxicating. It leaves a very intoxicating trail, projects incredibly well, and lasts about 6-8 hours on my skin without overspraying and without spraying my clothes. Directly on my skin, I get between 6 and 8 hours. And it's just beautiful, so, so beautiful. It's such a versatile fragrance. Although when I first bought this perfume, I thought, this is going to be a date night scent, period. Like a nighttime, date night type of scent. But you know what? It's way more versatile than that. And I wore it during the day several times. I was mindful with my spritzes, and I loved it. And I think it's a perfume that you can wear all year round, regardless of the time of the day, regardless of the season. It really is way more versatile than I thought. So yeah, that's why it made it to this list. I think it's 100% signature scent worthy. I think it has an incredible presence without being overpowering. It's very feminine, absolutely intoxicating, super duper creamy. If you like creamy florals, there's nothing better than this, trust me. It's so, so, so good. But remember, it's the ultimate flanker. I love L'Intime de Rouge, but I think the tuberose note there, it's very strong. And honestly, I don't like tuberose. It's a note I usually struggle with. But again, notes isolated don't mean anything. I wasn't discouraged when I saw that this fragrance had tuberose in the formulation. I went ahead, I tried, and I fell in love with this perfume. And for this reason, I wanted to include it in this list. The next fragrance on my list today is Yin Transformation by The Harmonist. Guys, this fragrance is everything. I love it so much. It's one of my top 10 for life. Absolutely gorgeous. It's very clean, very musky, slightly powdery, slightly milky. It has almond milk in the composition. However, it's not a nutty fragrance, but the milky note provides a little bit of creaminess and also that addictive component, right? Without being a gourmand scent. It's very, very beautiful. It also has a very unique note, which is Calypso Orchid. The Calypso Orchid is an orchid variety, of course, but it only has one tiny flower and one tiny leaf. That's a Calypso Orchid. It's a very fragrant type of flower, absolutely exquisite, very rare. And I think that particular note is one of the reasons why this fragrance is very unique. It's clean, it's musky, things you can find in other fragrances within this category. However, that Calypso Orchid note makes all the difference. It's a stunner. Guys, this perfume is absolutely gorgeous. It's very relaxing, it's office safe, it's mass appealing. I always get compliments when I wear this perfume. However, it projects nicely in the first hour. After that, the fragrance becomes a skin scent. But when people come close to you, they will pick the fragrance, they will smell it. And as I said, every time I wear this perfume, I get people asking me what I'm wearing, or I get compliments. So, so beautiful. It lasts all day. Lasting power is truly impressive. Projection is about an arm length, and the sillage this fragrance has is out of this world. It leaves a trail behind you, but not only that, the fragrance lingers in the air. I wore this fragrance the other day. I sprayed it in the morning. I came back to my room like 6 hours later, and I could still smell it in the room. It was lingering in the air. It went nowhere. The molecules went nowhere. They were lingering in my room, and I couldn't believe it because I only sprayed like 2-3 times, max, maybe 4. So I couldn't believe that the fragrance was still there. So I promise you, it lingers in the air and you will leave a beautiful trail behind you. It's a soft fragrance with lots of character. I don't think that a soft scent doesn't have character, because that couldn't be farther from the truth. This one has a lot of presence. It smells very luxurious, very expensive, and it is expensive, but it's worth every single dollar. Let me tell you, it's worth every single penny. One thing I forgot to mention when I introduced this fragrance a few minutes ago is that the concept of the Harmonist is to create balance through scent. So this one was created to pay tribute to the source of life, which is water. And I think that's the reason why this perfume is a little bit aquatic, watery, without being ozonic or marine. It won't remind you of the beach or anything like that, but it will put you in a zen state of mind. Very feminine fragrance, again, very sophisticated, very expensive smelling, and super duper luxurious. You can't go wrong with Yin Transformation. I love most of their fragrances, but this one is my number one and I keep her for life. Yin Transformation by the Harvest. The next fragrance on this list is Le Papier by 𝘿𝙁𝙁𝙀. I love this house. Everything they do is class in a bottle. Their fragrances are super expensive smelling. They are very luxurious, even when they are linear or simple or what some people might call basic. I think their fragrances smell very, very sophisticated. I love this one too. Le Papier is very musky, it's very clean. It has some nuttiness that reminds me of sesame, but also basmati rice. It's very, very beautiful. It's like fluffy, it's ethereal, it's sheer, it's translucent. But that nuttiness, I think, is what makes this fragrance so unique. Very, very beautiful. This fragrance is not a head turner. I have to be honest with you. It's not a head turner in the sense that it doesn't project like crazy. It's a skin scent, but it's totally okay. There's a time, there's a moment for everything in life. And personally, I don't want to be choking people around all the time with besmode fragrances. And I love my skin scents. Actually, a large part of my collection belongs to this category. I have a lot of skin scents. I love them. They are very elegant. They are also sexy, cozy, inviting. The fact that a fragrance is not a base and it's a skin scent doesn't make it less of a fragrance. And I think Le Papier is a prime example of how beautiful, alluring, and intoxicating a skin scent can be. It's also very creamy, which is not common in clean or musky fragrances. Usually clean perfumes are aquatic or sometimes astringent, translucent, but not necessarily creamy. It's rare that you find the creaminess aspect when we're talking about a clean fragrance. This perfume is clean, it's musky, but it's also very creamy. It's absolutely beautiful. So, so beautiful. Office safe, mass appealing. It's a very beautiful fragrance. For the most part, in my experience, people love Le Papier, and I can't recommend this perfume enough, especially if you like feminine, clean, demure, musky scents. It's a type of perfume that will make you feel chic and put together. It's a type of scent that you can wear it and you will never go wrong when you don't know what you wear. It's a damn bridge. You could never go wrong with Le Papier. When you don't know what you wear, but you still want to feel chic and put together, this one is a must try. It's like your skin, but better type of scent. Beautiful Le Papier by 𝘿𝙁𝙁𝙀. The next fragrance on this list is La Tulipe or La Tulipe by Riedel. This fragrance is beautiful. I love it. As you can see, major dent here. And I'm planning on buying a large bottle after I finish this one because I absolutely love it. It's stunning. Truly stunning. I love by Riedel. They have a very unique DNA. I like the fact that all their fragrances are so, so unique. And I always appreciate the uniqueness component in fragrances, especially when we are paying prime price tags. So by Riedel always delivers. It's a very disruptive house, and when I say disruptive, I say it in the best possible way. Disruptive in the sense that all the fragrances are very unique and they have a very distinctive DNA, as I was saying earlier. I love all of their fragrances. It's one of the houses that I have more fragrances from, and La Tulipe and Inflorescence are my favorites. This is a floral perfume, but this is not your typical floral. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because many people don't like florals, and the moment they read or they hear the word floral, they run away. And that's because many people who don't like florals, it's because oftentimes they associate floral perfumes or floral notes with vintage smelling scents. This is nothing like that. In fact, this is a very modern, very avant-garde, very contemporary type of scent. There's nothing vintage here. I can guarantee that. Nothing vintage here. And again, this is not your typical flower bouquet type of scent. There's no aldehydes here, and if there are aldehydes, I can't pick them at all. There's nothing vintage here, nothing indelic, nothing heady. It's just a very clean, musky floral perfume that will turn heads as well. I think I'll need to make a video on head turners because I have so many fragrances that are head turners. I won't be able to even fit all of them in one single video. I love to wear La Tulipe on its own, but I also layer it a lot, usually with Blanche or Inflorescence, also from by Riedel. It's a stunner. It's a very feminine perfume, yet not girly. I highly encourage you to try La Tulip. Even if you're not a big fan of florals, I would still encourage you to try it. Of course, don't blind buy a full bottle, but at least get a sample, get a decant, because it's definitely worth trying. Totally versatile, very versatile. I think this is one of the most versatile florals that I have in my entire collection. Usually floral fragrances are more suitable, I would say, for spring or summer. Now this one, it's a fragrance for all year round. During the winter, it smells crispier and more crystalline, and during the summer or spring and summer, it smells creamier and you can pick more of the floral aspect of it. However, it's 100% an all year round type of perfume. Lots of presence, great lasting power, great projection, great sillage. This is another one that leaves an impressive, intoxicating sillage every step of your way. Absolutely stunning, guys. You have to try La Tulip, and if you do, or if you know this fragrance, I would love to hear from you in the comments. La Tulip by Burberry. And the last fragrance I have for you today, guys, is White Suede by Tom Ford. And this one belongs to the private blend or private line or more upscale, more niche type of line from the house. Absolutely gorgeous. This White Suede has been my signature scent for years. It's one of my most complimented fragrances in my entire collection, and for a good reason. Some people say it doesn't last on their skin. On my skin, it lasts all day, at least 8 good hours. And that's without even overspraying or spraying my clothes. Directly on my skin, I get 8 hours with just a few spritzes. Absolutely stunning. Aside from the very particular scent this fragrance has, one thing that I love about this perfume is the fact that it's a leather fragrance. I love leather in perfumery, but I like more suede. I don't like the animalic leather or the dirty leather. That's not the type of note I'm talking about. This is a very clean type of leather, very creamy, very sophisticated. It's suede at its best. And this is what makes this fragrance very unique, because you can wear this fragrance during the summer. Of course, you can wear whatever you want during any season you want. However, usually leather fragrances are first more masculine leaning, second more suitable for colder weather. However, this one in summer is a stunner. I think it smells even better in warm weather than in colder weather. Honestly, it's an all year round type of scent, as I was saying. Otherwise, I wouldn't have included it in this list. However, I think it's one of the very few leather/suede fragrances that smells incredible and particularly beautiful during the summer. And also the fact that it's suede and not leather, and it's so creamy, it's suede, and it's not animalic, it's not dirty, also makes this perfume very, very feminine. Usually, as I said before, leather-centered fragrances are more masculine leaning, which I don't care. I absolutely adore leather in fragrances, and even masculine fragrances or fragrances targeted towards men. But in this particular case, I think it's a very feminine perfume. I absolutely love it. I don't know how many bottles I went through. It was one of my signature scents for years, as I was saying, and I can't get enough of White Suede. It's very clean, also very creamy. It reminds me a little bit of La Tulip, not because they are similar scents, but both have that clean and creamy aspect coexisting with each other, which is not that common in clean floral musky perfumes. This is a very crystalline, very translucent type of scent, office safe. You can be safe wearing this fragrance even if you work in a tiny cubicle. I love Tom Ford's private blend in general. I have many fragrances from this line. I think that Tom Ford's private blend has been the blueprint for many, many fragrances on the market, including very high ones. And I really have a lot of respect for the house. The perfumes in this line are eau de parfum. However, the oil concentration is very high. It's around 26-28%, when usually the oil concentration in eau de parfum is around 18, 20, maybe 22%. But here we have 26-28%. So it's almost guaranteed that the fragrance will last very, very long. I don't know what happened with Lost Cherry. It's not part of this video because it doesn't last that long, and it also belongs to this line, right? But regardless, it's a great fragrance. It's not part of this video. I'm not going to talk about it today. What I can tell you, though, is that White Suede is a stunner. It's a dream, and I will keep on buying on repeat for as long as the house makes it. So I can't recommend it enough. I highly encourage you to try it if you haven't. White Suede by Tom Ford. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my video about signature scent worthy fragrances. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a part 2. I would also love to hear what is your signature scent, if you have one or not. I have so many signature scents that I think I'm even abusing the term signature scent. But yeah, I do have a lot of signature scents. It's fragrances that I've been wearing for years, and I consider them my signature scents. So I'm really curious to hear about your experience. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.